We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, would interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Alright guys, welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. It is April 12th, 2025, the year of our Lord. So, this is going to be a strange episode. During this era of the channel, I was not a podcaster yet, but I covered a lot of the drama with J Station and SecureTeam10. So what I'm doing basically is stitching smaller videos chronologically covering the drama of both of their lives. These are videos basically that kind of blew up my channel a little bit, actually covering both of those, and they were going on very close in the same time period. And basically I just kind of wanted to organize them, stitch them together, and turn it into a podcast. One of them is a fake ghost hunter, and the other one is he's come out. Well, he hasn't come out, but he's been basically proven to be a fraud too, and faking interviews with himself and all sorts of shenanigans. So, kind of like an expose, basically covering the saga, actually, when it was going down. So, if you're reminiscent of these two individuals in the so-called truth community, the irony of that, the truth community, this is going to work as an intro for both, so it's just basically covering each of their sagas. It will come out as 2 separate episodes for Spotify. I might put it out on YouTube. I don't know. Rumble and wherever else you might be listening and tuning into. So that's just a little heads up of what this will be. And hope you enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe. Especially on YouTube. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers. I have 90 more to go. So, hope you enjoy. Love y'all. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I've been jumping around. Been busy as hell lately. Well, not here lately, but it's just been a little hectic, so I haven't put a video out. I had some things come up, which I'm not going to go into detail about, but I recently, well, actually it was last night, I got a notification on my phone about Tyler from SecureTeam put out a video saying that he was set up, and I don't know, I wanted to make a video on it just because as a ufologist, and he's definitely, I subscribe to him, and I've been a fan of him and watching him for years now. He puts out a lot of good info and stuff on UFOs and all that. But yeah, supposedly not supposedly, he got arrested apparently. I'll show a little clip of the mugshot and the charges.
Yeah, I thought the music was a little distasteful. But, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to voice my opinion on it and a couple theories. Well, for one, he got apparently a DUI before that. He was on the probation for the DUI. The way he says it is he got a DUI, but he randomly woke up in his car and got arrested for it, which is a little fishy. My thing is, though, they should have breathalyzed him and did a blood test. So I'm sure he would have had to stay the night, or he says that I think he stayed a week in jail, either for this last arrest. I don't know how long he stayed in jail for the DUI, but the blood test would come back whether he was drunk or whatever. So I mean, if I'm just saying, I would be fighting that if I was him and I wasn't drunk. He's saying he's been set up, and I'm kind of 50-50 on what I feel about it. Like, 50% of me thinks he could have been set up, because if anyone who keeps up with his channel has watched it over the years, he was getting followed around by a black SUV probably like a year or two ago. He made like several videos on that, on how he was getting followed around by a black SUV, pretty much gang stalked, and put out the video evidence of it. So and he with this arrest, this last arrest, apparently an anonymous caller called him. By the way, check out his video that he put out. I'm not going to show it, just because I'm not going to play the whole video. You can check it out in his words on what he's saying about it. An anonymous caller called and said that he was beating his wife up. He denies it. He says that he's going to put a video out of his wife speaking about it, which I would like to see. Definitely her video on it, and her opinion and all that jazz. My thing is, we don't know what happens behind closed doors. So I think a lot of people are jumping on this, like, for the negative. You know, there's a lot of positive supporters and stuff out there, but there's also a lot of negative, where he's got so many followers, so many subscribers. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. I mean, I know just from my experience of living, my ex-wife, I was with her for 6 years, and she used to beat the tar out of me every day, and I used to hide it and stuff. And I'm not saying it's right if he did hit her back, but we don't know. She could be the type that beats on him all the time, and one day he just snapped and hit her back. I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, you never know. If someone's getting beat up every single day for years, eventually they're going to snap and hit you back, you know. So I don't know what all goes on behind the closed doors of his home. No one really knows. So before anyone just jumps on it, I think where he has so many subscribers, of course it's going to be like, it's going to blow up into some big gossip controversy, you know. My thing is, though, I can't figure out what he said to get set up. Because, I mean, here's my opinion. Like, I like SecureTeam and stuff, but once he starts bringing up NASA footage or talking about NASA, I automatically just shut the video off, because I don't believe anything NASA says. And that's just my personal belief. I don't believe in the moon landing. I don't believe... I'm not a flat earther, but I don't believe anything NASA says. I think it's honestly just a money-making scheme. I mean, they make trillions of dollars off of to me, what looks like CG footage. So, I mean, most of his videos, the point I was making is based off of NASA footage and stuff. So, I mean, and he's not exposing NASA as a hoax or anything. So, I really don't see what he said so bad, so top secret that they would be gang stalking him and or setting him up if he was set up. I mean, there's so many other topics that I could see someone getting set up or suicided for, like talking about Pizzagate or, you know, just the whole child sex ring going on within Washington, D.C., or Freemasonry, or, 9/11 was an inside job, Sandy Hook was a false flag. There's so many other different conspiracies that I could see would get someone locked up or set up or suicided quicker than, talking about aliens. So I don't know, I'm very skeptical on that. Another theory that somebody had mentioned was he had gotten a motorcycle wreck, like either, I think it was sometime last year or it might have been the year before, but he had gotten in a motorcycle wreck and got on painkillers, which he was prescribed them, but he could have gotten hooked on it, and it became a habit, So keep that in mind. I mean, I honestly, I'm very, sorry, I got to hiccup, skeptical myself of pharmaceuticals and the pharmacy and big pharma, pharmakia, in general. So I keep that in mind that he could have gotten hooked. I don't know. This is all speculation. But as a member of the ufology, the UFO alien, community, I felt that I should make a video and speak on it. Another thing too, like this, yeah, he got arrested twice in 1 year. One was a DUI. This one looks pretty sketchy on what he got arrested for, but hopefully if he sees this, keep your head up, man, because look at Eric Von Däniken. Hell, even Eric Von Däniken in one of his books, I can't remember which book it was, and I'm in the process of moving right now, so all my books are boxed up and stuff, but he actually wrote one of his books, and this is like the leading ancient astronaut theorist, like, guy we're talking about. I mean, I would say he's the leading one. Zachariah Sitchin was until he died. He got in trouble for working at a hotel, his family's hotel, I believe, and stealing money to publish his first book, Chariots of the Gods. And then writing his second book, he actually wrote the book in prison. I can't remember how many years. I think it was like 2 or 3 years he had to spend in prison for his crimes. And he literally, in the introduction of the book, talks about how he wrote the whole book in prison. And why he got arrested, how he got arrested, because he published his book off of the money that he was stealing from the hotel he was working at. So, I mean, if he can overcome that and admit it, I think that helped too, though, is that he just straight up admitted it, like, look, this is what I did. That's how Chariots of the Gods got written. That's how it got published, through me stealing money. Not saying it's right, but I think where he admitted it from the get-go and literally printed it in the next book, told the story of, I'm a crook, I think that kind of lessened the blow, because honestly, most people don't even know about that, Most people don't even bring that up about Eric Von Däniken. So, I mean, Tyler, honestly, he can keep going and keep his channel can keep striving. His documentary that he's filming can be a success, even though he has a criminal past. I mean, honestly, a DUI is nothing, man. I know so many people with DUIs, like, it's not even funny. The whole wife beating thing, that would be definitely harder to overcome. Um, but like I said, we don't know. It's still all in, like, going through court and stuff. It's all alleged right now, so I don't know. I wish the best for him. The mugshot, I do have to say this, man. With mugshots, man, this is like mugshot 101. Do not cry in your mugshot, man. And I'm not making fun of you, but don't cry in your mugshot, man. Especially don't go to the cell with other inmates crying and your eyes all red and watery like you've been crying, man. That's just putting a target on your back. They're going to be like, oh, we got a little bitch in here with us. I mean, just a little tip of the hat heads up to you, man. Don't be crying in your mugshot and don't be crying in jail. And if you do, just make sure you're crying quietly with a blanket over your head while everyone's asleep, you know. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, hell, I don't know. It's gotta suck, though, to be in that spotlight and have this, like, projected out there. I mean, but for him saying he's set up, the hell, I've said more darker and deeper conspiracies and secrets on my channel, but I guess where he has like thousands of followers, it makes sense why, because he's more in the spotlight, why he would be gang stalked and or set up. I mean, I only got like 63 subs, so it makes sense on that part. But I don't know, I'm gonna end it with this, just saying to Tyler and his wife and his family, hope everything works out for the better. Hopefully you're not guilty of beating your wife up and stuff. I mean, worst case scenario, dude, they're gonna make them take like BIP classes, like 28 weeks worth of that, 12 weeks worth of DUI classes. Just take your classes, man. You got plenty of money. Don't miss your classes or you'll get thrown back in jail. Good luck to you and your wife. Hopefully, you know, both y'all are safe and can make it through this rough patch. And for the people who are putting out negative videos and or comments, dude, everyone fucks up, man. I mean, everyone fucks up. Everyone makes mistakes. Some people go to jail for it. Some people don't, you know. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about the past, is you can't change it, but you can strive in the future to become a better person, to change your ways, to make yourself better, you know. I mean, everyone deserves a second chance. It's not like he's like Jared from Subway and diddled some kid. That, to me, is unforgivable. Or he didn't murder anyone, you know. So, but that's about it. I just figured I'd put my 2 cents on the whole secure team Tyler getting arrested. Hopefully y'all have a good day and keep safe on New Year's. What's going on, everyone? Well, I was just making a little video today. I got my first 1,000 views on one of my videos I put out. So, first 1,000 views ever, which is pretty dope. I just wanted to thank everyone for, well, viewing it, giving it thumbs up. The video that got the 1,000 views was just talking about how Tyler from SecureTeam got arrested. It was actually, if you watch it now, a lot more has come out about it. So it's actually kind of fresh news, right off the bat, fresh news. And not a lot of info was out there. It's got more likes than dislikes. And not that I'm bothered by it. It actually, I like that well, hell, I'm excited that I got 1,000 views, you know. Sorry, someone text. But, I don't know who all disliked it. I'm guessing it's probably like followers of Secure Team, which is funny because it's like, dude, I've been subbed to Secure Team for years, so like, I'm not bashing the guy. And honestly, when I put the video out, I rewatched it. Like I filmed it, and I always like title it and all that jazz, and then I post it. And while it's downloading, I'll go back to the actual video file and rewatch it while it's downloading to make sure that, especially with that video, to make sure that it was, in my opinion, honestly, polite, not too accusational, I guess would be a good word for it. Like, and watching it, I was like, I was very respectful on the way I put the video out. I never, I don't know, so I guess like a lot of fans of his were butthurt and gave it, it's got more likes than dislikes, but I guess they were butthurt and gave it a bunch of dislikes, like, compared to likes. So the video is staying up. I mean, I'm not backing out, because honestly, looking over it, I'm like, I don't see why people disliked this. I wasn't for or against what he did, you know. I just simply, hey, breaking news, Tyler from SecureTeam got arrested, you know, and my channel covers videos from ghost, aliens, paranormal, witchcraft, just anything that in that department of supernatural or UFOs, all that jazz. So I'm like, of course I'm going to report on it, you know. I actually wasn't expecting it to get that many views. I mean, it's YouTube, and the algorithms are so weird. I still have not figured it out. I've put out videos before and thought that the video would take off. And I look back at how many views it got, and it's like, oh, you only got 12 views for that. I'm like, how the fuck did I only get 12 views for that? And then I've put out videos to where I thought would get, like, barely any views, and they've taken off, and I look back at it, and it's like, oh, you got 400 views on that video. I'm like, what? So I have no idea how, honestly, the algorithms and stuff work, or what's popular, what's trending. I mean, I don't view the YouTube what's trending and stuff, and honestly, I've always been kind of an outcast when it comes to society on what's popular and what's not. I mean, I've just always been like that since I was younger. Like, I never really got into mainstream music, never really got into mainstream fads or movies or culture, or I've always just kind of liked fringe stuff. Actually, a lot of people have called me a hipster, which I didn't even know what that word meant for years. And, like, to this day, I'm still kind of insulted when somebody calls me that. And it's like, I'm not a hipster, dude. You know, I've dressed the same way. I dress the same way and act the same way and talk the same way as I did when I was 14, 15 years old. I have not changed. You know, you can even, if you know my family or whatever, or ever come across anyone talking about me, like, I haven't changed since, like, 15 years old. I mean, hell, people are like, oh, you're 28 years old, still wearing skinny jeans, leather jackets, long hair, you know. I just wear what I want to wear, or dress how I want to dress, or whatever kind of mood I'm in, you know. I mean, I've listened to what I like to listen to, read what I like to read, you know. I do me. I march to the beat of my own drum, I guess. But yeah, since we're talking about, I got a little sidetracked, sorry. Talking about first 1,000 views, which I was excited about. Let's go back to talking about Tyler. First off, I actually was super respectful during that first video, so I don't understand why it got so many dislikes compared to likes. Yeah. Okay, that was weird. So I don't get that really. I think honestly it was just a bunch of fans, and as soon as you spoke against their glorious leader, their god, it's like, I mean, he is a YouTube idol, and he is worshipped by fans. So as soon as you say anything negative about someone's idol, they get butthurt, and in come the mob. Which cracks me up that people are led so easily like sheep to the slaughter. I actually wasn't speaking ill of the dude. If you actually watch the video in full, even at the end, I'm like trying to give advice and or sympathy to him. But there's a couple things I didn't cover in that video because I didn't know at the time. Apparently, he has been found guilty for the DUI, or he at least pled guilty, which would make sense because one of the commenters that I came across was talking about he probably pled guilty to the DUI because he didn't want to sit in jail and wait for a court date, which I totally get. Because you can get arrested, for anyone who hasn't been arrested, you can get arrested, and your court date for that arrest, you spend your 24 hours in jail, you get out of jail. Your court date for that arrest will not be until sometimes almost 2 months after that arrest. So you're in jail for a month, or not a month, sorry, a day. Get out, and you're in the free world for 2 months before your court date. Whether they decide to send you back to jail or, hey, you're good, you got to pay this fine or whatever. So I don't blame him, honestly, for pleading guilty to the DUI, spending a night in jail, and then going to court and fighting it if he wants to fight it. So, but the thing is, I don't know, apparently there was I had only heard of that one arrest. Apparently there have been 3 separate arrests within 2 months. So that didn't come out until other people did their research and stuff. But one thing that I have to say, I'm still, I think honestly, he's probably dealing with some drug issues because looking at some of the evidence that other people have showed me through their videos and stuff, there's one video he's sitting in a parking lot and he's like, oh, hey, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but I'm going to put out a video tonight. It's 3 a.m. I'm drinking coffee. I just had to run some errands. I'm not buying any drugs. And it's why would you even say that? First of all, that's weird. 2, why would you put out a video at 3 a.m. saying you're drinking coffee, running errands, you're going to put a video out tonight? I don't get why you... And he even says in the video, I don't really know why I'm making this video. It's okay, that's freaking weird. I don't know. I mean, to me, that's something that I think a user of something, that's how their brain works, I don't know. Like I said, I wish the best for the dude. If anything, I got 1,000 views off the video, and I got more subscribers, which is cool. Yeah, another thing, though, about the whole Tyler controversy thing that I wanted to talk about was, I got all these people, talking in the comment section on my video and other people's videos, saying, well, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. There's photos of his wife beat up. Okay, where's the link? And then they don't respond. Oh, he got arrested multiple other times. Okay, where's the link? No response. It kind of irritates me. And I'm talking those are the only 2 that I could think of off the top of my head. But there was 3 or 4 comments, probably about four comments of other people accusing him of other things, but no one's providing the links. They'll just say it and then not provide the links. And I mean, if you watch my videos at all, and I'm talking any of my videos, if I'm saying something, I always try to provide the evidence, whether it be book form, an article online, a video evidence, audio evidence. I always try to provide evidence. And if I don't have the evidence on hand, I don't state it as a fact. You'll hear me in several videos say, well, this is what I believe. I have the evidence in a book, or I've seen it through an article. Believe me or don't. I don't really care. That's up to you. You know? And if you want to believe me and trust me, that's cool. If you don't, research it on your own. Come back and comment and be like, oh, you're right, you know? Or, oh, you're wrong. Here's the evidence. I have no problem, you know, because life is a learning experience, you know. That's how you get further in life, is either learning from mistakes or you don't. Or you can be stubborn and set in your ways like a old fart and just be like, nope, this is what I believe, whether it's right or wrong. That's just the way I believe. No, I have no problem being told, hey, you're wrong, and here's the evidence, here's why. And I can look over the evidence and go, oh shit, you know, you're right. Maybe I should change the way I believe on that particular thing or not. If I don't, then I'm stubborn and set in my ways, whether it be right or wrong, and that's not good. That's how you literally stunt your growth as a person, spiritually, mentally, physically. Just you're stunting your growth. You know, you're closing that eye instead of opening that third eye, you know. I mean, you're supposed to open your mind, you know. Everybody's walking around saying they're woke. It's like, are you though? Are you really woke? But yeah, I've commented to probably about 4 different people on they're bringing up accusations, and 4 times I literally said to 4 separate people, okay, where's the evidence? Give me a link. Give me evidence, man. I need evidence. I need tangible evidence. Otherwise, I can't believe you. Otherwise, it's just hearsay. It's gossip, and I have no time for gossip. If I had time for gossip, you know, I have several people that I know I could call and gossip with. I mean, gossip is everywhere. You can go anywhere for gossip. But I don't have time for gossip. The older I've gotten, the less time I've had for gossip. People have come up to me trying to gossip about other people, and I just look at them and go, nah. No, what do you mean, nah? I don't have time for that, dude. Don't have time. You know? I'm almost 30 years old. I ain't got time for that crap. But, I don't know. Well, all I was saying, though, about this video is thank you for the 1,000 views. Thank you for the new subs. I have a couple plans for other videos. I want to do a video on... It's some weird article I came across. The FBI supposedly finding Noah's Ark. I want to do a video on that. I want to do a video on... There's another Holy Grail I came across. It's like the stone that Jacob supposedly used in the Bible to when he had a dream about the angels coming down on stairs. Or no, not Joseph, Jacob, I'm sorry. And then I got another video. I want to do a video on the Spear of Destiny. I have several video ideas that I need to put out there. So, just giving you all a little heads up. I got several videos coming out. You know, my channel is going to stay up. I never run out of ideas on videos, so keep tuning in. Thank you for the 1,000 views, and the more like ratio rather than the dislike, I enjoy that. That's much appreciated. And watch the video if you haven't watched it. It's I don't see how I was disrespectful at all. If anything, I was honestly talking positive about the whole scenario. But I don't know if you're one of the people that disliked it, don't really give a fuck. You know, I don't really care. I do this channel for fun. I don't even make money doing this shit. I just do it for fun and to entertain people or open their minds and to talk to people. I love talking to commenters. So, well, if you've made it to the end of this 16-minute video, thank you once again. Like, subscribe, comment down below. I love talking to y'all, so comment. And y'all have a good day. What's going on, everyone? Just figured I'd make a video today. This is another video on a little update on Tyler Glockner from SecureTeam. Apparently there's been the dash cam footage released. So yeah, his whole video, which he later took down, of him saying that he was set up and government was setting him up and stuff, was complete BS. Which is strange too, because it's like, why would you should have expected that somebody would find out. I mean, the dude's got, what is it, like, I don't know, he's got a shit ton of subs. I don't know the exact number, but a bunch. He's put out over like 1,000 videos on ufology and UFO sightings and aliens in general, stuff like that. So I mean, you got that many followers, you're a YouTube, star. I would imagine you would think that people are going to research what's going on and stuff with you. So the dash cam footage was released. I put out 2 other videos on Tyler, and first video got a lot of hate. So I imagine this one will too. And honestly, I was pretty respectful on the first video. If you haven't watched it, watch it. I don't see how I was disrespectful in any way or mean, but I really don't care. And the thing is too, is I'm actually a subscriber to Tyler, I've followed him for probably about 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years now, so I don't understand why people were hating on it. It's like I'm not bashing the dude, but some people are just sheep. So yeah, the dash cam footage was released and pretty much shows the cop. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I'm not going to play it on here because honestly, it's like a 40-minute dash cam segment, It's a full episode of a television show, Yeah, but the cop on the way to the crash, by the way, he didn't wake up in his driveway like he said in his car. Oh, he woke up in his car, but it was literally smashed into a ditch on the side of the road. You could tell there's a mailbox down on the way there. When they get to the scene, one of the cops is holding a bottle of vodka that they found in the center console, pouring it out. So the whole video that Tyler put out saying, I don't drink. I drink probably 1 drink at New Year's. That's a lie. The whole part on Tyler saying that he barely takes an aspirin even for a headache, that's a lie. You can hear one of the cops listing off, I guess, the drugs they found in the vehicle, if not the drugs that Tyler was on. It was antidepressants, Ambien, Suboxone, and Xanax. So, and I'm not perfect. I've played around with drugs in the past. I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I'm not judging at all, But I know just from, I remember one night, I'm not going to go into the full story, but I remember when I was probably about 18, 19 years old, I had drank probably about 6 shots of vodka and took a Xanax. I'd never tried Xanax, and I tried it for the first time, and it screwed me up. All I remember was like fragments. Like, I blacked out, and all I remember is fragments, and I just remember me crawling around, butt-ass naked, drooling and crying, apologizing to someone. I mean, I was just out of my head, so, like, dude, you're driving on that. You're driving around, drinking, on Xanax. Ambien, another thing, too, I've heard horror stories of people taking Ambien and drinking. You're not supposed to drink on Ambien. You know, and blacking out and doing just the most insane things, like murdering people, shit like that. Like, it could be fake news, but I've heard horror stories of people on Ambien and drinking. I'm trying to think what else was on the video. Yeah, and then at one point in the video, he starts, like, rambling on about some prostitute could give him head. Something about him and his buddies have PTSD and she'll give him head or have sex with him. I don't know. Even the cops were like, at the end of the dash cam video, the cops are even like, yeah, he's out of his head, rambling, barely can stand up. You can see him throughout the video, staggering and shit, mumbling and slurring. And one part I thought was kind of crummy was they find the bottle of vodka in the middle of the console, and he's like, they're like, whose is this? He's like, oh, not mine. And they're like, is this your wife's? And he said, well, it ain't mine. I'm thinking, that's kind of crummy, man. Like, I don't know, if I was found with alcohol or weed or something like that in my vehicle, like, I would take the blame for my wife, whether it was mine or hers. Like, sorry, that's just what you do when you're married. You know, sometimes you take the hit for the other person. You know, I could be wrong, but that's just my mindset on marriage. You know, I wouldn't want my wife being locked up. I would take the hit for her, whether it was mine or not. I don't know, that's just, call me old-fashioned, I guess. But yeah, honestly, the sad thing is there has been people in the ufology community who have disappeared mysteriously or been taken out, you know, for saying too much. And I mean, it makes for views, you know, saying the government took you out or setting you up and all that jazz. But at the end of the day, you're lying. You know, there's already too much deceit and hoaxes and lies in the ufology community, you know. And once you burn your bridges on being labeled a liar, a fraud, it's kind of hard to get that respect back. Because, I mean, if you lied once, it's hard for anyone to believe anything you've said. So, my thing is the way I would have handled it if I was in Tyler's shoes is kept it on the down low as much as possible that you got locked up. And then when someone exposed you, I'd say, look, I'd be honest about it. I'd be like, look, I'm struggling with alcoholism and or drug use. I'm struggling with depression issues, because one of the drugs that was mentioned was antidepressants. Because, I mean, this is 2020, you know, we live in a time where I guarantee almost everyone has someone who's addicted to something in their family, someone who's struggling with addiction. And I think people would have respected that for him to just come clean and just be like, look, I struggle with addiction, you know, and just told the truth. I think people respect that more than they respect lying, you know. Because once you're labeled a liar, it's hard to get that trust back. But yeah, I mean, and this is coming from someone who struggles with addiction in general. I've struggled with alcohol abuse for probably, I would say, about 6-7 years. I struggled with alcohol, so there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, yes, the actions that you do on alcohol or the mistakes you make, they suck, but that's something you have to live with, you know. But that's part of the 12-step program, is making amendments and apologizing. And honestly, as a someone who's gone through 12-step program, I've never completed it, but I've gotten to about step 4 or something like that. That is the biggest part, is making your amendments. That's all you can do. If whether your family accepts your amendments or don't, or the victims of those actions you did under the influence of that particular drug, whether they accept your amendments, your apologies or not, you did what you were supposed to do. That's it. Your hands are clean. And that, to me, is one of the most relieving processes in the whole making amendments, is basically confessing your sins. Look, this is what I did. I fucked up. I apologize. And it's not up to you if they accept or not. If they don't accept, honestly, fuck them. Fuck them. Who cares? You know, I've had family members and stuff who have watched me go through this, my particular alcohol abuse issues, and who have been proud of me to see me get clean. I mean, I'll be 2 months clean coming up sometime this month. I can't remember the actual date, you know. This is the most sober I've been in a while. And I've had people who have been cool with me and been like, wow, you're doing awesome, and they're a good support team. And then I've had people I've tried to make amendments to, and they're just like, nah, you know, because they don't get it. They haven't worked a 12-step program. They haven't read the big book. So they don't get it. And they think that you're being non-remorseful. And it's like, dude, I'm doing the program. I'm living day by day. You know, just, they think you're being non-remorseful because you made the amendment they didn't accept, and you wash your hands clean of it, and you're walking around with a smile. And they're like, look at him, he has no remorse for his actions. Oh, we do. We have remorse for our actions. We have to deal with that every day. We have to be reminded of that. We have to think about that. But you do the best you can, you know? And, you know, honestly, it's very freeing to make those amendments and to work the big book. I mean, it's been the most freeing feeling that I've had, of just pretty much being given that second chance, reading the big book and working the big book, and getting that shit off your chest. Look, I fucked up, but I'm different now. And if you believe it or not, I don't care. I gotta work on me. I gotta find me and work on me and find my spirituality and all that jazz. Like, you can sit there and, oh, Abe's a drunk, Abe's a POS. That's fine, dude. Say what you want, believe what you want. But I'm different now. Whether you see it or don't see it, I don't care. Fuck you. I gotta do me. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to go on that rant, but that is something I'm passionate about, is AA and the 12-step program. I mean, that's one thing where I found my spirituality again. I'm not religious, probably never will be. I still remain an agnostic, but basically, the best advice I have to give to Tyler is get help, man. I mean, I'm not judging you. You know, I'm not judging you for your sins, and it wouldn't matter anyways if I did judge you for your sins, dude. That's you. As long as you get help and you try to be better and try to get clean, that's all you fucking can do, man. Fuck everyone else. You gotta work on you. You gotta do you. But You can't lie, bro. Can't lie. That's it. I'm out.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.